tonight's game is a mess because of all the injury-related issues, particularly with Baker Mayfield. Broncos started off the season 3-0. They have lost 3 in a row. Browns came in with aspirations, hopes, and dreams of winning the AFC North. They are now a couple of games back in the AFC North behind the Ravens, who have caught fire. Furman, with Baker Mayfield out, with Case Keenum in, how in the world do you figure out how to bet this game? I'll tell you right off the top what I am doing. I am playing the under 40.5 is the most recent number I have seen. I know 41-ish. There's numbers around that area. What do you do for Thursday Night Football Week 7 action?
Well, first things first, with your under, you're going to have Mother Nature working in your favor as well. It looks like there'll be some wind and rain in that Cleveland forecast, as we've grown accustomed to during October. So I think it could completely neutralize any vertical passing game elements that both of these teams might want to employ. You mentioned Baker Mayfield's absence, and I think if it was just Baker Mayfield being out, this is a gross overreaction from the betting market, because anyone who watched Baker over the last couple of weeks, I know it was his non-throwing shoulder that he had the torn labrum in, but he was inaccurate. He was ineffective. The decision-making looked like he had regressed back to his rookie or sophomore campaign. And I think there were some real causes for concern for this Cleveland offense. Baker earlier this week, he came out and said, hey, I'm going to be out there if I can. Suddenly, Baker is ruled out, and in comes a veteran in Case Keenum to take over. More importantly for the Browns, Jarvis Landry expected to go. And I think that absence in and of itself has really been the Achilles heel for this Cleveland passing game, because you look at Baker, he was wildly erratic. Last week didn't have Nick Chubb. Kareem Hunt went out of that game early. And I think the real question for Cleveland, how are they going to deal with a makeshift offensive line? I think Jake Hance is expected to start at right tackle, not the ideal matchup against Von Miller. So for me, it's such a difficult game to handicap. I think as the number continues to trend towards pick, it makes sense to back Cleveland here. I can understand where you're coming from with the under. But to be quite honest, probably not a game I'm going to mess with on the FanDuel Sportsbook app before we go to kickoff.